Hey Umes, what's up? My name is Andre and this is my co-host,
Arielle.
right? And we're here to talk to you about one of the topics that you are just waiting to hear about, one of the most exciting topics ever, and that is midterms week. How do you prepare for midterms, Arielle?
Well, for me, Andre, I have to start weeks in advance. I have to keep studying every day to just really mentally prepare for my midterms. How about you?
Oh no, I think like the weekend before midterms, you go out and you do some partying. Well, I'm playing. But like the weekend before midterms is the weekend where you really get into your books, and usually what happens for me, I get into doing chores and all, and by Sunday, say like in the afternoon, then I remember, oh yeah, I have midterms to take care of and midterms to prepare for.
Yeah.
But so it gets crazy sometimes.
Yeah, it definitely does. Do you study in your room or do you go to the library and study?
I think that sometimes it's better to study in my room because there are times where your roommates, they won't be there, so it's really quiet, or they will be there, but they'll be quiet too because they are studying as well. So, and other times the library is the place to be. It is definitely the place to be because it's quiet and everybody is into their books and all of that. How about you?
I have to study in my room too. For me, I have to have complete quietness. I don't need any distractions. I just like to study to myself. A lot of people do like the group studying. That doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for me
I have to
at
study
all.
by myself.
Right. And the funny thing is, I like to have quiet when I'm studying, but at the same time, I like to have a little background music because background music that is constant, it works for me, as opposed to music that just comes on and blasts and then it goes away. Now that throws me off. But I definitely like to have me some background music, kind of like you're on a date or something.
Jazz.
Setting the mood. Yeah, but that definitely works for me.
Now, do you have any test anxiety? I know for me, even though I'll study like a lot of times in advance, I'll still go into the test having a little anxiety. How about you?
Almost definitely. As soon as I step into the room, I'll be shaking. I already have sweaty palms and they sweat profusely when I'm in the room. I'm just nervous, like I'm out of it. If you pay close attention to me, you'll see me kind of shaking and all, but then I just know I have to focus in on this paper and get it out the way.
Yeah. For me, I think that's the same thing. I go in there kind of nervous and shaking, but then once the test comes, I'm like, okay, I know this. I can just get through it.
Right. How about after midterms are done? What are some of the things you do to relieve the stress?
I sleep. After midterms, I completely just zone out and stay in my room and just relax for like a good week to just relieve all of my stress from the weeks before studying and everything.
Right. Well, the thing is, I sleep to get enough rest so that I'll be able to go out into the club or something, the party with my friends, and I find that when you're in that type of environment, in not necessarily alcohol or anything like that, but when you're in an environment with your friends and the music playing and you can just forget about everything, forget about the cares and be like, thank God midterms are done.
Over.
It's just a wonderful feeling.
Okay.
And then, after that you crash.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now we're going to go out to the yard and see what some of the other students think about midterms and how they prepare. do you prepare for your midterms? Do you start weeks in advance or just a few days?
Well, usually it's a week in advance. Usually I have to write down all my dates, get it from my teachers, and then I write down the schedules of when I want to go to the library. So it's usually like 5 to 6 days in advance.
Okay, so that's what works for you.
Most of the time, yeah.
What I like to do is I like to have study groups, and I also like to study by myself because I feel like having study groups, you have a better chance of getting more information around, and you have a better chance of retaining the information.
A lot of studying and a lot of practicing since I'm a music education major.
Now, do you prefer to study in your room or in the library? What works best for you?
I think studying in my room works the best because I'm alone and I don't have distractions of friends.
I prefer the library just because it's really quiet and I'm not distracted from like my computer, like my other computers on my TV and the people in my room or my apartment.
Oh man, library. It's quiet and no one else goes there, especially top floor.
Since you're a music major, how do you relieve your stress during midterms week?
I usually go and sit in the practice room and play piano for a couple hours. It's relaxing for me.
Hey everyone, so we are back from interviewing students in the Ella Fitzgerald Performing Arts Center, and we found out how they deal with midterms, their strategies, and the things they do to relieve stress during a time like this. It was pretty interesting, and we hope you found it interesting as well.
Yes, and for more episodes, you can go to youtube.com/discoverumes. See you next time.
Hey James, what's up, man? How do you prepare for midterms?
Okay, I just need you to say your name for me, please.
Say your name and spell it.
Really? Okay.